Hola mi gente, it's Alondra La OT, and today I am with Susan Murphy, and we're going to talk about ReCares, a nonprofit organization, so stay tuned. All right, 3 questions, 30 seconds. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, all right. Top 3 leisure activities. Go.
I love to walk.
Okay.
I love to just hang out with my husband.
Okay.
And I love to goof around online.
Okay. All right, and favorite food?
Nacatamales from Nicaragua.
Nacatamales.
My husband.
Okay, and one thing about occupational therapy that you know.
Oh my goodness. Alondra has taught me so much about occupational therapy. It helps people with their everyday activities.
Yeah. 5 seconds left. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this interview. So tell the world a little bit about yourself and ReCares.
Okay, I'm a social worker in my heart and soul.
Okay.
I work in the hospital 3 days a week, and the other 3 days of the week, I run ReCares, which is a nonprofit organization. We collectively use medical equipment and supplies, and we redistribute them in the community to people in need.
So how did you get involved with ReCares? What led you to this organization?
I was a super burned out social worker working in adoption and foster care. I needed a break. I saw an advertisement online. My mother was disabled. She had multiple sclerosis. She could never get the medical equipment and supplies she needed, so it touched my heart. I thought, wow, if I could get poor people the supplies and the medical equipment they need, what a difference it would make in their life. How powerful.
ReCares has several locations.
Yes.
So what are the different locations here in the Bay Area?
We're in downtown Oakland on Broadway. We're in the Mission District in San Francisco, and we're in Marin on Kerner Boulevard.
Okay. Who founded the organization?
No, it was founded by an operating room nurse at Alta Bates named Lisa Nanonin. Okay. And she just hated waste. So she would collect supplies and equipment and find a place to give it.
Yeah, so it's this organization serving like dual purpose. It's recycling, but then also giving back to the community for, individuals and people that, don't necessarily have the medical coverage to afford some of these supplies or equipment, or sometimes it's something sudden that leads them to needing or requiring supplies.
Sure, a young person with a skateboarding accident, a motorcycle accident, violence in the city. They didn't think they needed insurance because they were young and healthy, and then something terrible happened, and all of a sudden they don't have any coverage. Right.
And when I come to volunteer here, sometimes I'm a little bit surprised at the people that come and now are caregivers, and they've never been a caregiver in their life. So you also have other resources that you provide them, as far as like, here's some more information if you're a first-time caregiver. And
we do. We have a community resource specialist funded by the San Francisco Foundation, and she can connect people with resources in the community. So mental health, support groups for people, cancer support, I don't know, what do people need? Caregivers, a million things. Right. She's even helped people get housing, which blew me away. I never anticipated we would help people find housing. Yeah. But we have.
But that's the great thing about this organization. It's really about giving back to the community and helping the community, and especially those that need it the most, because as we know, medical coverage is not cheap, and it's not necessarily easy to come by either, because you have to have a job, and or the state may not cover certain necessities, and so having this organization is so great. I love ReCares for that. And for me as an occupational therapist and as an OT student at the time when I was volunteering here, I felt that we had a very important role to play, because the supplies that were being distributed, the medical equipment that was being distributed, these are just things that we use on a day-to-day basis at skilled nursing facilities or home health or even in the hospital. So it was really great to get that early exposure to the equipment, and then also how our role is in advocating for occupational therapy and helping the community. So get involved, people.
Our visitors really loved having the chance to interact with the OT students. They brought that young energy.
Yeah,
they were able to answer people's questions.
Yeah, we're
I think
eager.
It made it really more comfortable for everybody.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was great.
And I loved coming here, and I was eager, right? Because this is all new to me, and I really wanted to help, and I wanted to understand how equipment worked. And I remember when we took a class on transfers and wheelchair transfers, we learned about little things that, locking the brake and foot pedals and things like that, and things that we didn't really think of until we had that course. And then here we are distributing a wheelchair, and we can educate the person on safety and how to properly use it, how to fold it, and things like that. And you've taught me a lot about other equipment as well. And I mean, even just the resources that are available.
Yeah.
Our school was good about trying to, educate us on certain equipment, but there's so many out there that we don't get exposure to everything. It's kind of impossible. I just love this resource. I really highly encourage students and even current practitioners to get involved in your local community, because it's the people that you're serving. These are the people that at some point may be your client, your patient, and what better way to even expose them to other amazing organizations within the community that they may not have known about, and much needed resource. I would love to see it, in other places. It would be great.
Me too. I'd love someone to look at what we do, to study it, and to help replicate it. Yeah. We don't want to get bigger. We just want little ReCares places all over the place. ReCares. Or call it whatever you want. Just lessen the needless waste.
Right.
We should all become more environmentally aware. We throw so much stuff away.
And a lot of the stuff that you receive are brand new. I've seen
some still in the box.
Still completely wrapped and in a box and unpackaged, and it's crazy the things that come in. And then, someone may come and drop it off, and then there's someone in line that needs it, and then they'll just take it right away. So it's amazing when the person who dropped it off and donated it was able to give that to someone who needed it. So it's really
Hashtag ReCares moment.
Thank you so much for providing all the information. And if you'd like to learn more about ReCares, I'm going to put the link in the description box below, and check them out. And if you live in the area and you do home health or whatever, come by or send your patients or clients here.
And come even to any of our sites.
You said Oakland, San Francisco, and
San Rafael.
So send them, or stop by and visit, or go on the website, and I'll put the link.
Thank you.
But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love coming to see you guys. It just makes me so happy.
I love it.
I get a warm heart. The word for today is actually going to be a phrase, because we use it often here at ReCares, and people are always asking how much, and the answer is free. So it's es gratis. So
es gratis.
Yes, es gratis.
Todo es gratis.
Todo es gratis. Toma.
Gratis.
Es gratis. So gratis. I tried. Hashtag. So this is the camera.
Okay, in case I want to look at it.
In case you want to look at yourself, look at the camera.
Don't look at that.
No, that was a hard one. That's a hard one.